Welcome back. It is a best of 5 finals. And it's a EVP in the bottom left on Newkirk Precinct. It is the red Zerg, soO. In the bottom right is the blue Protoss. He's herO. So soO won a PvZ. herO won a PvP to get here. soO did beat stats, so I think he has the more impressive of the track record for this tournament against the race he's facing now. And in fact, also beat Super before that, so he's definitely warmed up for his EVP. herO's definitely a peculiar character and has a different playstyle than both stats and Super, so it might complicate things, but we'll see. herO beat Armani. That was her first cast of the day. And Armani did get at least one win in there on Newkirk Precinct, in fact, with a Roach Ravager counter all-in, basically. So we'll see what happens for herO here. He almost won that game, really. So if he did the same exact build, I wouldn't be, like, shocked or say that was, like, a bad idea. But he's already doing a little differently by going for the natural wall-off. That's what I was looking for. So doing everything pretty normal. I mean, he's being scouted anyways by a probe, so shouldn't do anything too weird. And third base already taken. Again, Rifkin is 6, so that's why he's not here. Oh, that stretch though. I have so much stuff to do today. Oh man, I'm so tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep because I came home at midnight, so my plane landed. But 6 hours isn't so bad, it's just that it was also a long day yesterday. And I felt sick for partial of the day. I woke up, didn't really feel like eating, and then it was like, you know, super hungry like hours later. And I went out to this pizza place with Maynard and say goodbye to him. This place is like the diviest bar, no, not bar, pizza place, because it wasn't even a bar, it wasn't a dive bar. It was like the diviest place I've ever been to. It was clearly a place meant purely for the people who were drunk off of 6th Street, even though it was on 4th or something like that. Because like there's so many signs saying like no bathroom, no public bathroom. The condiments, the red pepper flakes and stuff like that were chained to the wall. Because I imagine if drunk people have walked off with them. And it was just like, there's like 2 seats, you know, like that was it. And I thought it'd be kind of gross pizza, although gross pizza is still good pizza, because the cheese like fell right off. And man, they actually had some really good sauce. I don't know. I don't know pizza again. Shit. Oh well. Alright, so herO has a very fast Immortal on the way out. Overlord barely not gonna die, but it also didn't get the scout that it wanted, so now it's really not gonna be able to scout the way that it wanted. This Robo in a very this should have been very obvious scouting place. Like an Overlord right here isn't too uncommon, and it would be a safe Overlord position. But yet this game, it's the perfect hiding place. I'm not even sure those Lings saw it. The Lings did not see it. So, I mean, this quick of an Immortal seems really weird because an Immortal is such an important unit, but it is a standalone unit. You really need a lot of buffer for it. But that's where the 6 gateways are going to start really powering in. Or 7 extra gateways are really going to start powering in. And that Immortal is going to be the surprise factor that if soO is going to try and defend, because he's like, wait a second, this looks a little suspicious, and they're going to try and all-in me, had he gotten for Roaches, that's where the Immortal, especially microed, starts just, I mean, you have 8 or 16 Roaches, they can kill both of them if they're microed. But it's just pure Ling for now. He's going to see the move out here with the Lings. Of course, the lack of a third base was probably really suspicious. There should have been at least like a probe out here trying to posture. So soO knew something was up. He's only at 42 drones, but all he has are Lings. His Evolution Chamber is going to help out for quite some time. He doesn't have Banelings, he doesn't have Roaches, he doesn't even really have a lot of extra Queens, just the one. And even though he's trying to prepare his best for an attack here, it might not be enough. Sure, the Immortal looks kind of lame now up against Lings, but the point is there's like 8 gateways and Warp Prism micro available. herO might even be able to get a couple of sentries. Saves the Immortal, Adepts shaded over to the north, and Lings responded immediately, and herO's not getting the snowball effect he was quite looking for, now trying to do so in the main base. Lings would not have been able to get enough of us around, but now they can. Hero going away from that wall. The micro should be decent, but he needs to be afraid of the queens, so it's questionable. The depths are going down very, very quickly. Even without the +1, Lings are doing it fine. Like, this is like, soO's making it look so easy. I mean, if herO had waited until he had 16 adepts all together, shading into a mineral line, maybe this is as questionable as it looked in the beginning, but he was surrounded twice with a limited number of adepts, and this is not working. herO has to try and expand off of this. He's got more mortals on the way. He's finally getting his gases at his natural, and he does have the Warp Prism still alive, so that he can continue trying to harass, but this is looking very grim. soO, okay, he did skip his drones for a while, but now he's going right into them. That +1 that wasn't in effect for the mostly all-in is now in effect, and it's going to look very good against what soO or what herO has. No bailings necessary. Thank you to Daxter33 for the 11-month resub, as well as Yneck for the 20-month resub. I gotta get the Partoufs sent out, so that's another thing I have to do today. Good. As well as take Nugget to the vet. Oh. Alright, so third base is on the way, and the Lings are trying to defend against the Warp Prism, so they probably could have gotten an instant cancel. They weren't around to do so. Roach is being made, now finally a Bailing Nest as well. He's going to have faster upgrades because hero's not getting any upgrades at all. And herO, I mean, he's going to have a decent Immortal count, and he's going to have a lot of Force Fields. So his army's really not that bad, but it will be about that army supply once again, which is very deja vu here, as that's basically what it came down to with the game versus Armani. herO didn't have like a bad army, it was just a very small one, and he tried to get a third base before he was really ready to. But he's doing more than getting a third base. He's attacking. I don't know. He does have that Warp Prism, and still has an Immortal in there, so it's going to be 4 Immortals total. That is a scary amount. But is this really going to work? soO has upgrades. His +1's about to finish. His Roach Speed even is about to finish, and he's got a couple of Ravagers, as well as 16 Banelings morphing in right now. But he is on a ramp, and those Force Fields are looking pretty scary. They come down, trying to protect the sentries. A couple Banelings still end up getting through. Force Fields being broken, but a lot more still available. This is very, very close. So those Banelings are ever allowed through in large numbers, it could be bad news. And there it is. Finally, it happens. The Zealots had soaked up as many as they could, but the sentries go down after that, and that's going to be it. Warp Prism even taken out by the Queens, and boom, that's GG. Alright. Pretty quick game number 2. I mean, really, after the Adept All-In failed, it was over. But, yeah. Attempted follow-up didn't work either. Okay, game number 2. It's on Proxima Station in the top right. His map choice. It is the Blue Protoss herO. The bottom left. Okay, then. As the Red Zerg, it is soO. Alright. Alrighty then. That was a 12 pool. Pretty brutal. Oh, you guys, you have to see this. Oh, I mean, 1 second. Okay, just 1 second. Okay, look, they're gonna be best friends. It's gonna be so cute. Oh my god, you guys, it's happening. I don't care what's happening in the game anymore. Okay. Okay. Seriously though, soO is attacking with a very early pool now. He's not. I mean, 12 pool is pretty all in just by default. You see that number? It's sounding pretty all in, but there are no gases combined with this, so there is a chance to expand beyond what he is doing. But he definitely has to do some damage. If you kill the pylon, that in itself could be game over. Depower is the one gateway. Nothing to overcharge either if they did have a mothership core, and it's pretty brutal. herO went for a Nexus first, which is usually pretty safe on Proxima Station, and might still be. Proxima Station has, unfortunately, a decent-sized wall-off, but I guess there are bigger ones. But if herO had any indication this was on the way, he could have tried to, well, wall off, or at least try to pull the probes immediately. but with no scouting whatsoever. Barely enough minerals to follow up with this Amdex core, or pylon, like whatever, both, right? It's just not going to be enough for the wall off. If he had walled off up here, that's a very different story. Because he walls off down here, and he's still continuing to build his gateway, or his nexus, it's looking bad, bad news. Bad news, bad news! He barely doesn't have enough for the pylon, but that wouldn't have been a wall off anyways. One pylon's gonna go down. This one, I don't believe. Yeah, he realizes it too. It does not power the gateways, so that one pylon dies. You can't get a zealot out, and it's just not worth pulling the probes because you're gonna take too much damage. So instantly GG's. soO must know I'm really tired. It's gonna be on Abyssal Reef. In the bottom right, his map choice once again as he is down 2-0. It is the red Protoss herO. In the top left is the blue Zerg. It is soO. Oh boy. Alright, so he probably had a suspicion that since it's Proxima Station, a lot of Protoss players do go Nexus first. But not only that, some Protoss players go for the outward expansion. And he might have even seen herO's earlier series versus Armani, which I believe he did the same thing. And that is as simple as that. You kill the pylon, and it pretty much is game over after that. So herO was definitely not in the wrong for tapping out. But you're not going to get the same success twice, especially on a different map. Well, I guess if herO really thought he wasn't going to do it, then he could have gone for Nexus first. And this wall-off can be tricky, because this is like an easy wall-off, right? But it's go around, so you have to wall-off diagonally. It's still pretty big. Anyways, it's not the case. soO didn't early pull, and herO didn't early expand. In fact, he's going to provide maybe a little bit of aggression. Immediately puts the chrono on that gateway, and is simply waiting for the second gateway to finish before he builds 2 adepts. Overlord will eventually see this, of course, and here soO might regret taking a 3rd base, but 2 adepts are not game ending like 6 lings can be in the early game. So at worst, just takes a couple of drone losses. If you lose any more than 4, I'd say that's more of a Zerg messing up, but I think that's what the Protoss really wants, is about 4. Plus any amount of lings they can get. The players just wanted to get back to cat stream, that's true. Guys, they're like still sitting next to each other. A week ago, they would put up with each other, but then one of them would leave eventually because they didn't want to share it. But now they're like best buddies. They missed their bonding time. Here did the same thing versus Armani. Did the 2 opener into the 3rd one, not even being chrono boosted. Overlord, I think, saw the adepts run forward, which is why he's getting lings right now. But really not that many. This is a nice trick, though. Queen does wall that off. She's pretty fat. Doesn't wall off the shades, of course, but it stops the adepts from running up. So a bot, even just a little bit of time is pretty important. Adept decide not to shade in. Bit of a fake. Goes for the natural. So maybe they won't get as many drones as they was hoping for, but they've already done damage just by denying the mining time. So 3 go down. 1 is forced to build a spore crawler. The adepts shade out, but that's very close to what herO would have wanted, while still keeping the adepts alive. We have a follow-up of Twilight Council on a Robo. The Overlord sees this, herO not attempting to hide it, and it is going to be the Dark Shrine build, which is what he did before. Adepts will want to transfer out soon. That's exactly what they do. As speed did just kick in, so really perfectly timed right there. soO, though, feels like, yeah, this is a very early Roach Warren. I mean, it might not be early if he had no scouting whatsoever and he was really paranoid, in which case, well, he'd just be... He probably wouldn't be the pro gamer soO, right? He'd probably be worse at the game than he is. But the point is, it's early. He has an evolution chamber to build an Overlord, drop Overlord, and this is definitely going to get aggressive. Now, this is tricky. No, it's not. Just kidding. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, geez. Oh, no. I was going to say it's tricky because why would you all in off of a hatchery tech when you know that there might be DTs on the way? Because well, really, a handful of DTs will clean up units fast enough. That wasn't even a cancel. Jeez. that it would definitely turn the game around. And I would be really questioning soO for doing it. But because he gets a kill on the Dark Shrine, delays it an extra, like, 40 seconds, this is going to be perfect. The Overlord drop looks so non-committal. You see this and you're like, oh, I guess they want to get a little bit of scouting and they're droning behind it. But soO isn't. He's going for... Off of 28 drones, he's going for so many Lings and Roaches. The Warp Prism sees the Roach Warren. It's going to continue with the attack? No, I was going to say, if the Dark Shrine was finished, I think it might be better to warp in on the attack. But seeing it like it is, and Dark Shrine's only about halfway done, he's got to come home and help Micro. Force Field is pretty perfect. Immortal's trying to be cranked out here as well, but that pylon's about to go down. One more goes down, and that's a deep power, but he's trying to build more just to even potent overcharge. A single Ravager is going to die very, very soon. And that Warp Prism can help Micro a little bit, but what does it really have to Micro? A single Stalker, a Sentry, the Immortal depowered for a second, but repowered instantly. Still an important second. Dark Shrine's still not done. Has to be canceled. Immortal pops out. Barrier triggered instantly. And there are only a handful of Roaches left over, but here come the Ling reinforcements, and that's where the Immortal won't be nearly as good. Warp Prism has got a Micro so hard. If there are any Ravagers tearing that down right now, herO would absolutely be dead. I think he still is, but the point is, he's got some hope because he has a Warp Prism. He's gonna hold his main, but this is not where he has a third base as well. Like, he loses the natural, and he's really far behind. Robo's gonna go down, and again, no Dark Shrine, so there really is not a follow-up here, other than maybe the lightest bit of Warp Prism harassment. 23 probes have gone down, leaving soO ahead in workers, and he's even building a few more in case the game goes on, which it looks like it will. Trying to end the game sometimes against a Protoss player can be the way like they get back in it, but now the Micro is starting to really miss here. The Immortal's so close to dying. The Sentry's already died. Everything's depowered, just 2 more gateways. This one's going to be depowered as well, and that's got to be it. herO getting 3-0'd by soO in the finals. Good God. soO had a really tough bracket here too. Beats Innovation, beats Stats, and now he's going to beat herO. GG. And that's that. All right, that's it for the Olimoleague. Can't believe he 3-0'd so fast as well. He was the aggressive one. He was the cheesy one. I don't know why soO seems like he's... I must have missed something. soO's like crying, but I'm sure it's not about winning. That's going to be the end for us today. Rifkin is sick and hopefully recovers by tomorrow because we are casting every day this week, including the Seed Story Cup. So, long day ahead, long week ahead. It's my birthday on Friday, I think. Yeah, my birthday on Friday, May 5th. So, whatever we cast that day is probably also going to be partially a birthday stream. Should be fun. And since the commercials broke, we really appreciate, because he's not here right now, I'm sure he will appreciate, the bits that people were donating and trying to beat each other out in the Bit Boss. Thank you very much. Thanks to all the resubs and the new subs that we got today as well. As I said, we're streaming every day this week, so there'll be a lot of opportunities for replay packs and all that. But if you want replay packs from today, then you're going to have to go to patreon.com/olimoleague and get the $15 tier reward, I want to say that it is. But there are other rewards, and of course the best reward of all is supporting a really awesome tournament that's been going on for 2 years at this point. So tomorrow should be the BTSO finals, if I'm not mistaken. And that's about it. Follow the channel down below. Consider subscribing. Follow the YouTube channel, BaseTradeTV. You can follow me on Twitter @ZGGaming. Twitch, ZombieGrub, YouTube, ZombieGrub, and my Patreon is also ZombieGrub. And I think that's going to be it. I need to go do a bunch of stuff, as much as I would love to pass out. So, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.